Finding out how to do some cool stuff on my Mac. This is my second week using this exclusively instead of my Windows PC, which remains down here under my desk, the huge tower, and it remains off for the second week in a row. So far so good, and I want to show you one thing that I learned today. So right here, look at my desktop over there. I'm going to do a keyboard shortcut and boom, it takes away my desktop icons. I do the shortcut again and it brings them back. So I built this inside of the Shortcuts app, and this is included in all Mac computers. They've got this shortcut app, which would have been third-party software on Windows, and it works like a dream. I've been very impressed with it. I have a feeling I'm going to do a lot more. So basically, you hit edit, and then here is the shortcut that we created. Over here on the right-hand side, you can see all sorts of different stuff. You can open up apps. You can have different scripts running. You can do stuff on your clipboard. I mean, there's probably a gazillion things I don't even know about in here. But what we're doing is we're running a shell script. Basically, it's 2 lines of code running every time we do a keyboard shortcut, which I'll show you how to set up in just a second. We get this first line right here, defaults right, com.apple.finder, create desktop true. So that's making the desktop appear. And then this other one is making it disappear. So it's a simple if statement that if it's already appeared, it will disappear it, and if it's disappeared, it will make it appear again. Anyway, after that, you do this kill all command, and that's it. So let me show you how it runs in the terminal. This was the first solution that ChatGPT gave me because I told it that, hey, I can use the terminal and command line, like that's no big deal to me. So if I put this in here, I do this kill all finder, and it makes the icons appear if they were disappeared. And if we change this to false, then it will make them disappear. So at its heart, it's just a command line argument that, you know, if I wanted to write this every time, I certainly could. And it gave me a way to do that with just one word. Watch this, show desktop. Now it appears. How is that working? Hide desktop. Takes it away. So in order to make those like little shortcuts, you go into this file right here, which is a hidden file, and it's basically a config file for this ZSH program or shell that's running. So if I open this up by doing nano, which just makes this file, which is a text file, open up in here, then I can see all of the things in this config file. And all these aliases that you see right here are things that I've added. So for instance, alias hide desktop, we just saw that hide the desktop. Alias show desktop, it runs these scripts to do those things. Alias GS, get status. Alias C, clear. These are commonly used things. Let me exit out of here and show you. Commonly used things like the letter C, if I press that, it just clears the window. Whereas previously I would have to type out the whole word clear. This is just a quicker way to do it. So I'm going to be using that a lot. But to go one step further, to make it the keyboard shortcut, we threw all of that here into this shortcut app. And then once we had that built and tested it, which when you're in here, you can just click this little button right up here, the play button, and it tests it and makes sure that it shows it or it hides it accordingly. Once it's working, then back inside the edit menu for the actual shortcut, we can click this little I button, and then right over here, run with, and you can create your own keyboard shortcut. So I just used this Control-Shift-Option-D because it wasn't used, as far as I know, for anything else that I commonly use. I'm super impressed. This is like one of a gazillion little optimizations that I'm going to be doing on this computer. I'm missing, what am I missing from Windows? I guess the heartache and headache of blue screens of death and the frustrations from slow moving programs from time to time. Yeah, other than that, so far so good. Now, in seriousness, I do kind of miss Windows just because I have used Windows my entire life. And I've used Mac for a lot of it, but I'm just a Windows guy. So this is an adjustment for me. But with things like this happening, I'm probably going to be a convert. So it works nicely in the ecosystem that I already have. I already have a bunch of products. You know, I'm filming on my phone, got the AirPods. I guess I'm going to be an Apple guy. There are worse things, right? I don't know. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got a free newsletter down below for AI and automation stuff. And yeah, hope you have a great one. Talk to you next time.